Okay, welcome to turn 29 of my Age of Wonders 3 Draconian Necromancer series. So, thankfully we only have one turn to cover in this video, and I'll dive into some of the Empire stuff a bit more. So, this Last Lament keeps trying to forge alliance stuff, but I don't need that. I like the quests that I'm getting just fine. And I don't need to join my empire. Founded a city where one of those fortresses was. Getting lots of pop from battles. Let's look at some of the battles. So here, starting to clear stuff out on water. Took out the city. Would have loved to get a Lord of the Deep, but unfortunately it wasn't my Necromancer hero out here. But these guys are amazing, especially if you're fighting juggernauts and other machine units, which may or may not be the case. Let's see, diplomacy. Still don't know. Still do not know who I'm up against. Okay, this army out here, unfortunately again, no Necromancer, so I can't grab them. It's just a straight up battle. Low key clearing creeps. Clearing them. And let's see. Okay, so this is my first Manticore Rider that I pick up. So we'll briefly see how I do this. Manticore Riders run ahead, so I'd like to have him run ahead as far as possible, so I can take him out early. I tried to cast Black Lightning on him because that can lower resistance, but at least now his guard is down. So I put on the Immolate. He's already pretty getting towards low health. Trying to proc Curse, so I go in. I would have liked more time, but I am able to get the Ghoul Curse off. So that's great. So that guy's Ghoul Cursed, and it's just a matter of keeping everybody alive, which should be pretty easy. Trying to give Ghoul Shock Servant experience. He's getting close to gold rank, at which point he will. So yeah, that's how that went down. So I'm not going to show too many more of those videos because you get the gist of what I'm doing. So yeah, that was it. So let's look at our expansion. So I got a hero out here. This guy builder training along, trying to clear out here. I'm going to wrap this way. My scout, my hero stack is there. He also has a spider with him. And that guy, Deathbringer, is trying to catch up because it's a good army to have him with so that he can be ghouling units on our behalf. And then Giron is down here clearing stuff out. Again, have a builder. It's good to send one builder per main stack so they can build stuff and create roads and stuff like that. We'll go over what I'm building in a second. Yeah, and then down here, a lot is happening here. So I'm just kind of moving units this way, hoping to be able to ghoul the gluttons from in here. Love the gluttons from Lost Cities. Thinking about taking out the giants or trying to ghoul some of those units. And then this stack's coming out here. So I'm going to clear out some of this stuff. I'm thinking about wrapping around down to here to be ghouling some stuff down there. Because it's good to send one of your Necromancer heroes above ground and one below ground, because there's a lot of good below ground stuff that's useful to be ghouled. So that's something I'm thinking about. What else do we need to know? I haven't shown race governance stuff, so I'm up to Protector so far. Shrines, still building this stuff. Expanding borders. So yeah, doing a little bit of infrastructure stuff. Again, my cities are not super powerful. Not a lot of income, not a lot of stuff like that. You can see my 4 main stacks, right? And then you can see some secondary stacks without a hero that I'm putting together. and lots of scouts that I have been going to help explore the map. You can see my levels. So 13, 13, they're pretty on pace, and these guys have been going well. So these guys are getting pretty brawlery pretty quick. Whisters with the Fallen still going. Got Undead Plague. I've summoned 2 Banshees. So 3 cities are Undead Plague feeding the population in some of my cities because I can't get an army out there yet. And Embrace Darkness is on my headquarters because I'm going to want to summon my Dread Reavers in there. And so you can see I'm running a deficit, though I do have a healthy bank. I'm running a deficit because I have started to ghoul units, and very expensive units at that. So that's why you can't be building troops usually in your cities, and you can't do a ton of infrastructure in your cities. Though I am spending a lot when I'm rushing, so I do rush production on certain things pretty frequently. Having this guy camp in here for when these are produced. So like this, I rush that production, for example, because I had the cash to be able to do so. And my mana is looking okay, which is nice in part because I've been good at getting my builders out so that they're grabbing stuff. And I also have I have converted to a destruction node a few mana nodes, and that's been helpful as well. Is there anything else I need to cover? I don't think so. Necromancy 5. So Storm Magic will be nice to get at some point. Let's see, what have I researched so far? Yeah, that's all pretty normal. This is all pretty normal. This is great for certain battles. Black Lightning, again, is helpful for reducing spirit protection on certain units. Might use Dark Gift occasionally, though usually I prioritize Mass Curse. And Greater Life Stealing occasionally. Stiffen Limbs is a great utility spell. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at heroes and their items and such. So, +2, still got that Static Shield, Dazed, a little bit more hit points. This helmet for some more defense and resistance, got that Strong Will, and oh yeah, it also has the Armored. So for 1 additional point, you can get Armored on there, which is worth doing. A little bit of Spirit Protection, Defense, Fire Protection, super valuable for Necromancers, so that's nice to have a Fell Horse. And in terms of abilities, everything's pretty similar. You know, you get Undying. You can look at my, if you look at my Necromancer guide, you can see when I pick up Undying pretty soon after level 9, though Ghoul Curse is prioritized. I think it's actually level 11 when Undying becomes available. And that's very helpful because it gives you a second life. And so, yeah, Blight Protection, Frost Protection is pretty normal. The Draconian cancels out some of the Frost Protection that's natural for Undead. But Fire Protection from the Fell Horse and Spirit Protection from the Torso Gear. So I'm starting to build my resistances, which is really great. And I still don't know what opponents I'm up against. Who else is in the house? So, crappy +4 defense is pretty nice. Morale coming. The +2 resistance is useful. The healing won't help because there's Undead. But the +2 resistance is nice for that Warlord. Here we've got the +3, +1. Lucky can be useful, plus the defense. +3 defense is pretty nice. 20 defense on this Necro is great. There's that Torso item. Blight weakness, but that's canceled out by the Blight protection from this mount, so I can get the +3 defense, and then this Banefire thing is here. So I can use it there. Picked up Shadow Step, as you can see there. Everything else pretty standard. My guide goes over the upgrade path for everything, but this is all pretty standard. Who did we miss? Okay. +2, chance to proc, Frost Aura, plus some defense on that. The Slip Away for some heal is nice. Additional hit points, help him stay high on that. Defense. This is coming in for a little bit more defense in martial arts. A little bit of defense, so no super great items on this rogue yet. I picked up Charm, though I haven't used it too much, honestly, because of all the ghouling I got going on. Sprint and Assassin Strike is useful. Stronger than Steel, First Strike, Poison Knowledge, Projectile Resistance, Weapon Finesse, Inflict Crippling Wounds to decrease the movement. It's like an energy drain, pretty useful. That's from the shields. Vision range upgrade is useful. And you can see 80%, 40%, and then the weaknesses. So that's where we're at on turn 29. I'll see you for turn 30.